Hey y'all, welcome to Our Road Less Traveled, and today is going to be a short video. I'm actually going to show you the water system that is purpose-built for an RV park. We're at the RV Off-Road Resort, and I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but off there in the distance, they're replacing a well pump. Now, some of you may be thinking, what does that have to do with RVing? Well, there's a lot that goes into the water systems of RV parks, and it's why some RV parks have very high water pressure, some have very low water pressure. I also just realized and have been talking to Stuart, who knows quite a bit about water for purification or providing water for an RV park. The biggest takeaway that I've got is normal water systems can't remove drugs from water. So all those contaminants are in there, and then they use chlorine and other things to kind of kill those. So they can get rid of the bacteria, they can get rid of the viruses, but they can't get rid of the drugs. So when we pulled in here, Stuart was telling me that he was replacing one of his normal pumps with a variable speed pump. And I asked him if we could get some video footage and kind of go over how his system is designed, why it's designed the way it is. And I really think that it sheds a lot of light on how the water system in an RV park works that most of y'all don't know about. That's what today's video is.
These are all new RO filters to replace all 9 of these filters. So so that's about $4,000 worth of filters.
Holy, I didn't even know this existed in here.
Yeah, that's just the filters are $4,000 every
That's
season.
what I'm saying is
And then this is the VFD dual pump drive system that drives the supply to the park. And then there's a VFD well pump. So this building alone has 150 amps of power going to it. This is a house, same as a house.
Holy moly.
So the water here, the RO water, is pretty special stuff.
And it's absolutely immaculate. I mean, you could eat off the floor, which I wouldn't expect.
It's dirty right now because these guys have been going in and out and tracking and letting the bugs in and out with the dirt. So I'll get it all vacuumed and cleaned again.
So is this the monitor that shows the?
These are the 2 pressures that the well pump pumps at. Here's a flow meter. I've got sample ports and test. This is the pneumatic tank. That's a PRV valve. This is the RO unit with the 9 reverse osmosis systems. This is a 5 micron pre-filter before it even goes through the RO system. So when people come in with these little joke filters that hook up their RVs, they're not running 5 micron. That's a 5 micron, basically a pool filter before it even goes through RO. So we filter the living daylights out of this water. There's no filter that anyone can put on this park that makes it clearer or better than what we're producing. It's almost down to distilled water. And then here's the chlorination tank and a peristaltic pump that monitors as it's flowing, premixes it, comes through, and it's all controlled all the way through. More sample ports so I can check the chlorination right after the water is produced. So I can check when it comes out of the well, how much TDS it has, and then I can check right after chlorine and how much TDS it has. Then it goes out in the storage tank and then comes up all the way in through here to the VFD drives. I've got redundant VFD drives, and the pressure is exactly always regulated to 45 PSI, no more. It can never go higher than 45 PSI on this system.
So that right there is why I don't have to have a pressure regulator.
That's right.
In your park.
That's exactly correct.
And this behind us is why I don't have to have a filter.
Yep. And these are both digitally set, and then I've got analog gauges on them as well, so I can double check. There's another analog gauge there too in line, and then more sample test ports and a pneumatic so we never get water hammer throughout the entire park. And we monitor this daily.
And so this thing here, is that just a backup in case one of these goes bad? Or?
No, this is actually going to replace what the unit that was here on the new well pump we're putting in, and this is going to be a new variable frequency drive well pump. So it allows the pump to run at different pressures and speeds, so we are more energy efficient and we produce less wastewater from the RO system. It ought to double or triple my efficiency on power and wastewater. So I'm using less water. and it's more energy efficient. It's an $8,000 upgrade. The other pump was working fine, but it's just better.
You know me from
Oh, I know,
I'm a
100%.
tech nut, so
The,
seeing everything able to be monitored
the,
and properly labeled and
everything is labeled filtered water, pre-water, raw water, the directions, the flows, the drain pipes, everything is labeled, monitor exactly direction, the filtered water, uh, all the way through it. We service the main pumps. These pumps run at almost 300 psi to run pressure through those RO units, to filter through those membranes after the pre-filter. And then we tune and control how much recycle goes through the filters, how much water is created, and how much wastewater. And we monitor the pressure before it comes in, after it leaves the pre-filter on the concentrate and feed pressure gauges, and we monitor the pressure on the pumps here. So these are, again, duplicate gauges of what comes through the flow line. We then also have the option of reblending certain minerals back in the tank, into the water, to make sure it's not too aggressive on the Langolier index, as well as blending the water, which the state allows us to blend the raw water, because our raw water is so pure when it starts. The raw water is perfectly fine for drinking, but because we're commercial, we have to put an RO system on it as well. So the permeate flow is the first pass through the filters. A recycled flow passes that already pure water through there again to remove even more sediment and make the water even purer. So we blend this to create the best balance of the least waste and the cleanest water we can.